How the Russian Revolution redefined a nation and birthed the Soviet Union. Before 1917, Russia was a vast empire under Tsarist autocracy, struggling with widespread social inequality and economic underdevelopment. Peasants endured harsh conditions, and urban workers faced exploitative labor practices, fueling discontent. World War I severely strained Russia, exacerbating existing social and economic problems. The war highlighted the inefficiencies of the Tsarist regime, leading to severe military losses and diminished morale at home. Tsar Nicholas II's rule was marked by staunch autocracy and resistance to political reform. His inability to address the needs of his diverse and struggling population contributed to widespread unrest. Grigory Rasputin, a mystic advisor to the royal family, gained significant influence, particularly with Tsarina Alexandra. His involvement led to public and political disdain, further tarnishing the royal family's image. The early 20th century saw a rise in revolutionary sentiment across Russia. Various political movements, including the Bolsheviks and Mensheviks, began to gain traction among the populace disillusioned with the current governance. The February Revolution erupted in 1917, spurred by widespread discontent with Tsar Nicholas II's rule. The immediate cause was food shortages and governmental inefficiency, leading to mass protests in Petrograd. Tsar Nicholas II abdicated in March 1917, ending centuries of Romanov rule. His decision came after losing support from both the military and aristocracy, paving the way for a provisional government. The provisional government, led initially by Prince Lvov and then by Alexander Kerensky, struggled with dual power challenges. It had to share authority with the Petrograd Soviet, which represented workers and soldiers. Lenin's return to Russia in April 1917 was a pivotal moment. He presented the April Theses, urging an immediate end to the war and calling for all power to the Soviets. The July days of 1917 saw a spontaneous armed demonstration by soldiers and workers, influenced by the Bolsheviks, but it was suppressed. This unrest helped the Bolsheviks gain further influence in Petrograd. General Kornilov's failed coup in 1917 shook the already fragile provisional government, boosting the Bolsheviks' reputation as defenders of the revolution and undermining the government's authority. The Bolsheviks capitalized on the growing discontent, securing a majority in the Petrograd Soviet and other significant urban centers. Their increasing influence set the stage for a more decisive takeover. The planning and execution of the October Revolution demonstrated the Bolsheviks' strategic prowess. Led by Lenin, they seized key locations in Petrograd, effectively taking control of the government. The immediate aftermath of the Bolshevik takeover saw the dissolution of the Constituent Assembly, further consolidating Bolshevik power and leaving their political opponents disempowered and disorganized. The civil war that erupted post-revolution was brutal and widespread, involving various factions across the former Russian Empire, which further shaped the new Soviet state's authoritarian nature. War communism, implemented during the Russian Civil War, involved the nationalization of industries and the forced requisition of agricultural products, which led to economic hardship and widespread famine. In response to the economic difficulties under war communism, Lenin introduced the New Economic Policy, NEP, in 1921. This policy relaxed state control over small businesses and allowed private trade, revitalizing the economy temporarily. The Soviet Union was officially established in 1922, consolidating the Bolsheviks' control over the former Russian Empire. This new nation was structured as a federation of multiple Soviet republics, emphasizing central control with some local autonomy. Lenin's policies in the early Soviet government included promoting literacy and establishing a socialist legal system. His leadership was crucial in navigating the transition from the Russian Empire to a planned economy. The Russian Revolution had a profound impact on global politics, inspiring both fear and admiration internationally. It energized the international workers' movement and led to the formation of communist parties worldwide. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have an awesome day. Goodbye!